Does Bowie need its own zoning and planning authority? Why or why not?
Yes. Do I think we should have that? Absolutely. We're the largest municipality in the state that doesn't have that authority. We are now, by population, larger than 8 of Maryland's counties. There are countries that have a smaller population than we do that make these decisions. If Bowie was in any county other than Prince George's, it wouldn't even be an issue. Every municipality, every other county in the state has the option to do that.
And we lack the authority to determine our future, and I think that is, from a kind of long-standing tradition in this country, I think that's inappropriate. And unfortunate that has happened. It goes back to the 1927 District Act that created park and planning, created the Bi-County Commission that has the ultimate say in what goes on, what the city looks like. And I really think that should be with the city, and that's one of my major goals, if elected mayor, is to work to bring that about.
Yes, I think that Bowie needs its own planning and zoning authority, simply because we have a planning board now, and I think that opening up a planning and zoning authority will effectively assist that board, or hopefully not make it obsolete, but hopefully it will continue the work of that important committee that is so important and plays such a vital role in so many community affairs.
The argument I get is we have this bi-county thing, this bi-county park and planning thing. Well, in Montgomery County, municipalities make the decisions. If it's in the community, they make the decision. In Prince George's, it's always the district council. Now, by and large, they tend to take our recommendations on final action fairly seriously, but they're not obligated to do that. And in some cases, they've taken an opposite point of view for us. But I think it just makes sense. People that are affected by development should have the say on what we do. I shouldn't have to play Mother May I, to a bureaucrat in the Park and Planning Commission as to how many shrubs are going to go on a development, what kind of trees are going to go on a development, what kind of road access is going to occur, and what the impact on the schools will be. I think we ought to be making those decisions.
When the county exec was talking at the press conference for the marketplace in early April, or March or April, he stated that Bowie has the wherewithal. We have the ability to do this kind of work, and I want to take him up on that.
First off, you've got to remove the obstacle of the county executive and the county council. The county executive has told me on a couple of occasions he's very sympathetic with our position, and if he can find a way to do it, he'll support us. I think the county council over the last several years has warmed a little bit to our position. When Councilman Peters was there, he was a fairly strong advocate for us to do, but we couldn't get it done. And Councilman Todd Turner has indicated a willingness to help us do this. I have to get 5 of the county council people to come on board. Realistically, I can go up to Annapolis with the most profound and successful argument to do this, but if the county goes up there, or the county executive goes up there and argues against it, it usually dies in the county delegation. It's unfortunate, but that's a reality of life that I deal with.
But the problem we had, every time we've gone down there, we've either done it as Bowie, College Park, and Greenbelt, or we've done all the municipalities. And I even told the county exec earlier this year, I said, the way he ought to consider this is go case by case. Let each municipality present their argument, let the county define the level, the threshold that you need to exceed in your ability, your competence to handle this authority. Set a goal, set a target, if you will, and then negotiate with each municipality, and those that have the ability, those that can do it, those that have the wherewithal to do it, should be granted that authority. And he seemed to be receptive to that idea. So I would advance that approach.
I think that I will go about getting the authority that I think the city of Bowie needs by asserting myself and taking charge in a manner that possibly my predecessors have not done.
I don't want this to sound harsh, but I'm a student of history, and it's hard to go back and point where people make changes that might be adverse to their personal interest willingly. Usually they do it maybe after a war or something, but there's just some reluctance, for the county council to let go.
I think that I will create new agencies. I think, like for instance, the issue of the planning and zoning agency. I think I will open up new agencies, and I think that I will delegate tasks to many different, not departments, but commissions and the like.
Well, it's important in the future because as communities age, you redevelop. And there will always be the need to shape the vision of the community. And that shaping, that action should occur within the community with the governing body of that community, not a regional authority that is more interested in what the county looks like or what the metropolitan Washington area looks like.
The current administration may be not willing to change, and I think that change is good, and I think that it may be time for the Civic and Zoning Board to actually open up, and I think that it hasn't been getting it because of the task being delegated to commissions, and it's just probably overlooked.
The justification for not allowing us to have that decision-making authority is gone. I mean, there's no intellectual justification for it. You know, they argue that, oh, you'll screw up the zoning thing, or you'll do this, or you'll do that. You know, any objective analysis looks back and says, you know, that just doesn't hold water anymore.